Hi there. In this video, we're going to look at subtracting square roots. Now, before we can subtract them, I'm going to have to simplify them. So I'm going to come over here to the side and do what's called a factor tree for 54. And then I'll also do a factor tree for 96. And you may be asking, why are you doing a factor tree? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to show you here. Now, in a factor tree, what you're looking is for two numbers that multiply to give you 54. I can't really think of any right now. So 54 is an even number. So I know it's got to be 2 times something. You can easily put that in your calculator. You're going to get 2 times 27. Now, 2 times 1 will give me 2. So I'm not really going to make any more branches of this tree past the 2. I'm going to move over instead to do the 27. And I remember that's 3 times 9. Now again, the 3 is only 3 times 1, so this branch is done. But the 9 becomes 3 times 3. Anytime you get to the end of a branch where you um, can only get 1 times that number, you know that branch has to stop. So I want you to see that 54 actually becomes the ends of these branches being multiplied together. 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. And I do know I could write that as exponents, but I want you to see something, so I'm not going to. Now next, let's do 96. 96 breaks down into 2 because it's even. 2 times 48. And 48 becomes 2 times 24. And 24 becomes 2 times 12. And 12 becomes 2 times 6. And 6 becomes 2 times 3. Okay, so let's see what 96 becomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twos being multiplied together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. Now you may ask yourself, okay, what are we going to do with that? I'm glad you asked. We are looking for pairs. So I want you to see we have a pair of 3s here. What that means is that the square root of 54 becomes the pair of 3s times, and then the ones that are left over stay underneath the house. Only if you have a pair does it come out of the house. And that's 2 times 3 under the house there. Okay. Let's do number 96 here. I'm looking for pairs of 2s. I got a pair of 2s there. I got another pair of 2s here. So I've got 2 pairs of 2s coming out. So I've got 2 times 2. That's for both pairs, right? And then underneath, I've still got the 2 times 3 times the y that was underneath there. Okay, let's clean it up a little bit. 2 times 3 on the outside gives me 6 times the square root of 2 times 3 on the inside gives me 6y minus 2 times 2 is 4. Square root of 2 times 3 on the inside is 6y. Notice what is underneath the square root is now the same. Only when what is underneath the square root is the same can we subtract or add the numbers in front. So 6 minus 4 becomes 2 square root of 6y. Now, I know that's a lot. There's a lot of steps here with the factor trees and the simplifying before we ever got to subtracting. So be sure and go back and watch the video a little piece at a time, and I hope it makes some sense for you.